everyone, and welcome to the Jack and Terry Show Weekend Update, July the 10th, 2021. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Terry. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. What do you have on your list of things that are coming up next week?
Well, the first thing is,
or even after that.
well, the first thing I've got is something that happened last week. Joyce and I were fortunate enough to get to go to the showing of Patton at the Crown Point movie theaters.
Mhm.
And they had a real good turnout. There was enough people that came that they had to use two screens, two different rooms.
Good.
And in the room I was in, Joyce and I were in, I recognized several people from Radcliffe, including Maria Bell and Brian Smith. Ran across Mike Martin that who's with the museum that we interviewed last week or a week before last, whenever it was. So that was a very good showing. I hadn't seen the movie for several years, so I enjoyed that. As far as what's coming up, we've got a ribbon cutting coming up next Friday, the 16th at 12 noon. It's for the Lovely Occasions business consultants. And it's going to be at 210 Freedom's Way. And we'd just like everybody to show up and lend their support and help us out there. The second thing I've got is the blessing box that Maria sponsors. She's putting in her fourth one. And we're going to have a dedication on Friday, the 30th of July at 12 noon. It'll be at St. Stephen's Church at 757 Woodland Drive. And once again, we'd like everybody to come and be there to open up this blessing box. That's all I've got. Did we do anything else last week?
Well, we did some things. We did a lot of things last week. A couple of the things that we did, I'll go over here and then talk about some of the things we have coming up, Jack. We had a meeting last week with Michelle Harmon. You know, she's from the Family Fun Cafe. She's talking about some business development ideas she's working on. Plus, she's helped a number of people apply for some of the restaurant grants and other things. She's very knowledgeable in that. She's studied it. She knows how it works. And anybody in the local business community interested in some help with that, she's more than willing to do that.
That's good.
Another thing we had was the Jack and Terry Show with Jason Basham regarding this event that's coming up, the Bourbons and Blades event on September the 11th. It's a big event with some big entertainment there. He was going over the details of how that works. Of course, there are three pieces to that. There are the Bourbons and Blades part, which includes a concert and some other things. Then we have the parade by the city of Radcliffe. Then we have the cultural festival and Toshi Merle is the person in charge of that. Yeah. We'll have her on Monday to get more information about that. So we'll release Josh's show this week. We'll release Toshi's show this week. And then we'll get the mayor on eventually to talk about the parade part of it. Then we'll have all three pieces put together. Another thing that we had this week was yesterday, actually, RSBA ribbon cutting at a place called Bluegrass Makers Market, 263 North Wilson Road. Kathy and J.D. Berry just started that. They took another building that was vacant, turned it into a profitable business. Another building in production there. It's right behind Wendy's. She describes the place as it's a market where they have arts and craft. It's a consignment shop showcasing local artisans. So that's what it is. And local artisans can rent space in there from her. It's easy enough. You can hit her up on social media or go by there and see her. Another thing we had this week was Hardin County Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting. We participated in that at Indigo Ballroom, which is in Radcliffe Square Shopping Center, LaQuisha Richardson owns that. Big event space. I don't even know how many square feet it is, but it's huge. And so we went over there to celebrate her ribbon cutting. Something we have coming up this week, as I said, we have Jack and Terry show with Toshi Merle going over the cultural festival component here. And then we also have the RSBA Board of Directors meeting, and which is just a meeting of the Board of Directors to try to figure out what should we be doing locally to help small businesses. We'll have that meeting on Tuesday here at my office. And another thing we have going on next week, Jack, is we're going to have a meeting with Daryl Olson. He's expanding the Kiwanis Club into North Hardin, part north of Hardin County. He's the one who started that in Elizabethtown. So we're going to meet with him to see if there's a way that we can work together on getting that done. We also have a meeting set up next week. State Representative Nancy Tate. She meets with us every quarter, talking about some of the projects, potential projects in our community. Gives us somewhat of a legislative update. We'll meet with her next week as well. Upcoming Jack and Terry shows. Former Sergeant Major of the Army Jack Tilley's coming on next week. That's going to be an interesting show. He's a fascinating guy. He's involved in a lot of things, helping a lot of people. So we'll be able to have him on here. We'll interview him. A couple other things real quick. Chess match every Saturday at Gathering Bakery. Starts at 9, goes till noon. A lot of players there today. I didn't do too well. It didn't take Ricky very long to beat me. Well, it took me about 35 minutes. But anyway, can't win them all. The next thing we have is the RSBA general membership meeting, the 20th, Colvin Community Center, noon to 1. Margie Foreman, CEO and president of local Chamber of Commerce, is the guest speaker. Last two things here. RSBA Connect, Tuesday, 27 July, 5 to 6 p.m., 117 East Vine Street. Opportunity to network with other businesses. Just show up, no invitation required, no registration, no cost. Show up, hang out with some business people, swap some business cards. Last thing, Jack, new member, RSBA Serve Pro of Hardin County joined the RSBA.
Okay.
So we now have Serve Pro in there. And that's all I have, Jack. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, that takes care of me.
All right. Well, I'll see you next week or
Okay.
sooner, hopefully.